Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel, Rosgreaves Gaming, and I'm hoping you're having a fantastic Monday. This video was recorded. Beginning of your week. I hope also you're all staying safe, taking care of yourselves and anybody else you really held dear. With the policies and everything else around the world, I'm hoping you all are staying safe and no one's actually getting hurt out there. But let's get on to another content thing that coming out with World of Warships. Arms Race Spring Sprint number 11, folks, is here. This was posted on 27th, so I wanted to make sure we had the details before I actually pulled out the full video. So, it is 12v12, folks. Arms Race, it will be starting on the 29th, which is a Wednesday. So, when that time comes on, I'm going to be posting this early that morning so everybody can watch this video just in case if they need to get any details before. And if you haven't looked at your World of Warships news feed or anything else, if you're just wanting somebody else to just let you read it along and everything else, we'll get into it as I said here. It'll go all the way to May 11th, so you only have a few days, so get into it as quick as you can. Remember though, folks, ranked sprint, yes, it's ranked, but it's sprint edition, which means you can division up with one person. So if you have somebody else you'd love speaking with that you guys can work together as a double teamer, get with him and work together. This will help you out big time. Alright, so it'll be between May 11th at 12v12 and arms race mode. You'll be getting yourself 500,000 credits in completion in value of and other in value game items such as probably like flags and camos. You'll also get 10,000 coal for yourself, and the other person will get 10k as well. The maps in Arms Race this season will be Mountain Range, Islands of Ice, Warrior's Path, Trident, and Sleeping Giant, which is one of my favorites. Here's your guys' wins. So from all the way up to the number one you get there is you get 10,000 coal. But like there's also those things. You get Hydras, you get Leviathans, you get some Stills, and you get some red dragons, of course. So there's a bunch of flags you can get yourself on. Now the tiers are tier 9 and tier 10. So let's get into, well, what ships to play. So I'm going to put this on RAM so we actually have that highlighted. Ranked tier 9, tier 10. Now remember folks, that means anything from tier 9 to tier 10, it doesn't specify that it couldn't be anything. Well, if we're going to our aircraft carriers, we already know from our recent clans video, and since there's a lot of people playing already competitively, probably you'll see a lot of aircraft carriers, and if it was choosing one, I would choose Hakuryu again. Second place would be Audacious again, because Audacious has fantastic bombs and fantastic damage. That's not including the Japanese Hakuryu, which has some frightening damage. The Hakuryu in tier 10 is just, it's unfathomably overpowered, and for what it can do if it's put in the right hands, so it is definitely a strong meta. Alright, so what other ships to play? Well, if we're going to be picking any good battleships, well, let's go put the filter on here for that. We got a whole bunch. Now, I don't have them all currently here because I am resetting some lines, but that doesn't matter. I can at least give you a few tidbits by looking at this sheet right off the bat. I've already see a few right here that are going to be definite meta. We're going to see a couple of Musashis. We're going to see definitely a bunch of Missouris, because hello, radar, kids. We're going to definitely see a bunch of even more the Georgia, because, well, the Georgia is just fantastic ship. You're definitely going to not see a Lion. It's compared to the other ones at tier 9, that's not going to be competitive. I'll say if somebody doesn't have the points, go ahead, but I wouldn't recommend it, definitely. Jean Bart, for his competitiveness and the way he can play, absolutely, I think it could do good. Yamato, yeah, we'll see a Yamato, but I don't think it's going to be a strong suit as some of the other ships. Kremlin as a battleship, oh heck yeah, that thing is going to be nasty with severe firepower. If it just needs to block a position just in case while the other guys do like a flanking position or getting caps or being defensive, this thing can be the should not let you pass.
You shall not pass!
Conquerors, maybe. Thunderers, maybe. Republics, I could see a Republic. Fast kiting battleship that goes right around the edge. It's tier 10 equivalent, the Burgoyne, I think it's called. That could be definitely good too, because this is an Alsace that's just been up tiered with a speed boost and a reload. So, even though the Alsace is not fantastic tier 9, putting a tier 10 with that reload boost and just making it severe kiting battleship, oh, that's just frightening power. That's just frightening. Now, cruisers, that's a different story here.
You serious?
Now, I would say, okay, you're okay with everything, but no. It's just sorry. Nope. You're definitely gonna see if you're playing and you don't have a lot. Okay, let's say this. If you have no other option and you're stuck with only playing a tier 9, I could maybe recommend you playing out the Bredensi so you can try to get up tier. But try to get the tier 10 Venetia, because that's just going to be a lot better, and you'll be a lot better shape. If you're going for premiums at tier 9, if you got nothing else really crazy left, maybe a Kronstadt, maybe an Alaska. But it is just frightening what you can try to do. But the problem is like I said, they're good ships, but they're going to be problematic if they're in the wrong situation. Definitely, though, you will see a lot of other ones filling in the gaps. I'll definitely say that a Smolensk, maybe an Hindenburg would be good for the meta. Because Hindenburg does have a fantastic gun range. That's not including its reload's been buffed. It has fantastic armor at the close ranges with those nasty torpedoes. So there's a lot of things going for it. Moskva, it's got pretty good frontal armor and that could do okay, but it's going to be problematic in certain aspects. But definitely, for competitiveness now, Stalingrad's going to be overpowered. It's just very, very bloody powerful. For anti-air issues, probably if you're going to start seeing aircraft carriers and you do have a Worcester, I can see it. You just got to be careful because remember, it's arms race, so if there are people pushing, you gotta watch yourself. And of course, if you want the little of everything, a Puerto Rico, because it's got the armor, it has the guns, it has the anti-air, it has everything checkmarked for you. That way, in case you do have a mixture of everything and you just want something that's all around a decent ship, but it can help in getting into positions, this could be the ship for you. So I would say that's a good, decent one. Is there any other ships for cruisers? Not really. A lot of them are okay in the right aspects, but the problem is just once something gets in a kiting position against you, and you don't have anybody to back you up, this is where that problem comes from. You're going to have an issue, because arms race is about fast, speed, hard hitting, and getting into positions, or, for example, getting the cap or something, and then running the hell out of there. Which would be not your case for a cruiser. You're more like the destroyers who want to do that. And destroyers are going to be definitely the make it or break it in an arms race, especially when it's 12v12 and you're trying to get the points and get the win quick. So where we're going to go with that? Well, this is going to make probably a lot of people hate me or go, yay! Alright, so Benahan definitely is going to be decent to a DD at tier 9 for you to get. It's a Fletcher-ish, but extra torpedoes, so I can let that slide. Especially with the amount it has. 10.5 kilometers for 4 quads. So, at least it can throw a bunch at somebody and just cause a problem. Decent detection, everything else overall. Just solid all around. A good contender against that, though, is the black as well, because, well, it's got radar. The only drawback with it, though, is those torpedoes. Yes, they reload very quick, but they are water mines, 45 knots. So they're really just like, I'm going to put a wall of just, you shall not pass again, and don't let anybody cross your path. If you don't have it all the way up to tier 10, Mugador's okay. I mean, I'm already working my way to it, but the tier 10 could be a viable ship as well. Hello. Who doesn't say Kleber ain't gonna clep anybody in the face? It's just gonna be one nasty destroyer. Another one, and I don't have them yet because I haven't grinded it, but Holland and Smolin are definitely gonna be two recommendations on my part as well, because these both destroyers, even though they don't have the frightening amount of damage, they have a pretty decent speed, very decent concealment, if buffed. But they have a heal, and they have those fast reloading, just frightening overpowered 120 millimeters. They're dual purpose, so this thing is a floating AA barge. So in case you do have aircraft carriers and you're in an issue with them, you have the ability to knock out planes quickly and deplane them. And if it's two of them together, just wow, two fast moving ones. That's even putting double Klebers together and just going, alright, we're just gonna speed through and get double the caps, and then just speed run through a bunch of ships here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got 4 ships gone. Even though you're dead, 4 of them are gone. You killed 1 to your 4, you killed 4 to their 1. That's a major blow to them, and unless your team literally just throws the game, you got it in the bag. Definitely another decent one is the Z-52. I like this destroyer. It's one of my favorites. Hydroacoustic is just sweet, and that's not including all the guns are technically decent anti-air. It's not the best anti-air, since it's the other ships have definitely come and gone and added to it. But the whole thing does have anti-air. Even its main battery guns are technically anti-air defense. Not compared to Smolin or Holland, but it has German armor-piercing penetration with its 128mm guns. So if something goes broadside, such a destroyer, and it's not detecting it and you're detecting it, it's in major trouble. The only way that it's going to get countered if something like a Smolin or a Holland just gets proximity spotted with you and they just go toe-to-toe with you, because that thing has a heal. That's the only thing that would say you're kind of in trouble with. So, you know, that's my recommendations for this rank season. You're going to see, I think, a meta of a few battleships, a few cruisers, and then it's going to be DD Haven this season. Not to mention possibly an aircraft carrier for this rank, because the goal is basically fast moving, like a kid getting up in the morning and somebody giving him Mountain Dew before school, and just say, go ahead kid, and just pushes him on the bus.
Go get him, boy.
I think that's literally what you're going to see. It's just somebody just getting on rate and just getting speed running to whatever needs to get done. And you're going to have to find a way to counter that speed and slow them down. Get the caps and be the guy with the most buffs than they do. But, and hey, you can take what a word's worth. Could be wrong. But I think that's how the meta's going to go. Well, I think that pretty much sums it up. If you guys have any other recommendations, write down in the comments down below. And hey, let me know, which ships do you guys going to pick this rank sprint? Always interested to hear. As always, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you all on the high seas.